I'm Tess. I haven't been on Flosstube for quite a while. I think I made a video in February and that was probably the only, like the last one I made. I know that. I don't think I made any. That might have been my only one all year. I don't know. I always try to I don't know, this time of year I have time to go through all my WIPs and I make my plans for next year. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. And I know I did this last year too, around Christmas time. And I get so excited for all my plans. And, you know, I'm going to make a video every month. And I tell you, it putters out less and less time into that new year every year. So we'll see if 2023 is the same as the last few years. But I always have more time to stitch like in the winter months, and then like spring hits and everything's like a rush. So it is what it is. I do have a WIP Parade for you today, and I have I got all my stuff right here in a nice little pile. I'm looking at it, and I ironed it. I don't like to iron, so this is like the one time I'll iron it for all year probably. So I figure I gotta make a video quick because they get wrinkly like nothing. So I have a couple cool things to show you, but mostly it's just the WIP Parade. The one thing I'll show you before is this guy. I FFO'd it, and this stitch has been done for over a year. I know I got it done in 2021, and I was gonna give it as a gift for Christmas to my stepmom, and then we moved and I couldn't find it in the boxes. So now that everything's unpacked and easy to find, I finally finished it. So this is A Country Winter by Plum Samplers. It is adorable. I made it into a little pillow finish, which this is my first pillow I've ever made. I think I did okay. I love how it turned out. I leaned a little on Lindy Stitches for her pom-pom tutorial, which was very helpful. Here's the back. It's the Velveteen by Lady Creates. This is Berry Crush, and then the pom-poms are pinky, and I was just kind of playing with the colors here within it. So the pink and the kind of a burgundy. But I love it. This reminds me of their house. They have like the coolest house. It looks like a big whip barn. So this is their house in the winter with sheep and deer and snowmen. So cute. I love how it turned out though. And this, I love the velveteen. I will totally be using that again because it's soft. I love it. So one finish, or FFO, I have to put it in because I'm gonna ship it off this week. So that had to be mentioned for sure. Something that I've been working on, I really just started these. I did one a couple of days ago, and then last night I did the other one. And it's not done yet. I'll finish it today because these are going to be ornaments for my girls, and they're geese. Here's one of them. They had a silly obsession with geese last Christmas. So when I was at the retreat in, there's the other one. When I was at the retreat in New Jersey over the summer, they had a bunch of like old patterns, and I thought, okay, 80s, 90s, they're gonna have some geese. And they followed through. So the geese are from this book here, and can you see it there? Is it coming through? There's a goose right here and another one there and some here. And it's a pattern of 3, and they're holding different things. One's holding a candy cane, the other's holding an ornament, and there's another holding a stocking. So I'm gonna do 2 of those. And my plan is to like put them on a circle of like sticky board. And then I have a galvanized circle ornament that I'm gonna put it on top of. So that should be pretty cute for Christmas. This one is bordering on the edge of book 11. And it is definitely an oldie, but a goodie. So I'm glad I found it. So that's what I'm working on currently. I have everything else off my hoops. And I'm going from newest item to oldest item. Let me get out my list because I need it in front of me. Okay. I'm using the 24 hours of cross stitch. I love her digital planner. It's so nice and easy to use. I just bought the new one. It looks a little different, so I gotta find where everything is, but I'm excited to put my WIPs in there for next year. We're going backwards order, so I gotta go a couple of pages ahead. Okay, so the most recent thing I've started, and I started this during Thanksgiving break, was winter signs. I was just so in the mood for a little bit of winter. And these are so cute. Somebody stitched up the summer ones. I can't remember who it was, but I just thought, oh, those are fun. So I got the winter ones, and I started with There's No Place Like Home. And I don't have a big start on it, but let me share where I am. Here it is. I just have most of the frame done. I still have a little bit of that inside border to do. And then I can move on into the words and the cute little houses. I think it will look really nice on this fabric. Let's see, which one is this? This is Color and Cotton's Harbor Gray. It was one of the fabric of the months from 2020. I'm still kicking myself for not being in that club anymore. I love that club. And I did it because I had like a huge stash of fabric. But man, I loved getting that in the mail. So someday maybe I'll be back on it. Okay, I gotta figure out where I'm putting everything. The thing I started just before that, I started this in October, and it's a kit club, so, or not a kit, like a stitch along club. And I had to get it because I love frosted pumpkin for one, and Christmas. I also love stitching on like the perforated paper. I think that's so nice. So I ended up getting the Snow Globe collection. Let me show you the front of this one. So Snow Globe collection are all these little ornaments on perforated paper, and each month we got a new one. Well, I only started the first one, which is this cute little reindeer, and I have a pretty good start on him. Hold on, I lost where I put something. Okay, here's what I have done so far. Isn't he adorable? So a little Rudolph and some of his snow globe in the back. And he's holding a little present. And down below, his little snow globe has Santa's sleigh on it. So that should be really cute when I'm done. Works in progress for sure. Okay, so after that, I guess I say after, but it was really before that. Before that, because it was in July. This I started when we were at the New Jersey Flosstube retreat. And I had a finish soon after, probably in August. I finished this one, and it's Prairie Schooler's Prairie Fairy. And I did the Sunflower Fairy. And this is on, is it Blush by Color and Cotton? It's a nice reddish pink, kind of a, has a little terracotta in it, but mostly pink. Yeah, she's so cute. I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish that one yet, but adorable nonetheless. I started this one in July as well. But it says on my calendar I started it on July 9th, but I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. So what does that tell me? I don't know. I also didn't get very far. This is what it is. It's Tiny Modernist Mouse 4th of July ride. I mean, really, you can't be a little mouse on a bicycle with flowers. It's just so cute, right? I see why I started it. I just don't remember starting it. And then here's my little start. I got the corner little banner done. It's not even done. There's only part of it done. So this one probably wouldn't take long to stitch up. Just a little time. All right, put that back in my bag. All right, the start I had before that was the Corgi caboodle. And I have a Corgi, that's why I had to start it. I started it on his birthday. His birthday was in May. Look how cute though. I just love these little animals all on top of each other. They're like my favorite thing. So here is Corgi caboodle, how far I got. I think I stitched it for a couple of days. But I got the little baby guy done and some of the flowers. This is on Sand by Picture This Plus. This is one of my favorite fabrics. Adorable. I love the colors on this too. Those pinks are so pretty, aren't they? So that'll be fun to get back to. Okay, this one, it's like a giant bag. It's from Black Needle Society. I did the Gilmore Girls retreats with them. They're fun. Okay. Let's see, this was my last start from this year. So I started this in April, and it's Seasons 2 by Hands On Designs. You'll see I have Seasons 1 in here too. Now that I have these though, I might not even start the other ones that I haven't done yet. We'll see, I might. I feel bad not though. Is that silly? But how many little tiny month things do you need? So let's see, probably need something behind this. So I finished a January block. And all of these are stitched on the same fabric. It's Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. And January's all done. Aren't they adorable? I already know how I'm going to finish this. I got a perpetual calendar. And I just need to find time to put it all together. So January I have done. And then in July, when I was at the retreat, I think we did something where we were starting one thing every hour and then stitching on it. So I started my Prairie Fairy, and then I moved on to the next 5 months of these. So I have January, or this is February started. One of the little baskets. And I only stitched on these for an hour each, so there's not much, but this is March. I feel like April I must have been cruising through because there's a lot done on April. Here it is. Little carrots, Maybe it was because our big blocks of color, they were easier to stitch. May has little bee skips and flowers. That's fun. And then June has a row of, I think they're birdhouses or maybe like beachy birdhouses. So there's that one. These are fun to stitch on. Just little cutie designs. And I think I'll try to finish the ones I started before starting the other ones. But all my fabric's cut and ready to go, so that should keep it easy if I do need to start them really quick like I did last time. Okay. My next WIP is Sunshine by Annie Beez. And this is what it looks like. It's so cute. I love the sunflower. This one, I ended up not stitching on it all this year because I was always gonna find time to change one of the colors up. I never did. So I think what I'll do, because I for some reason, it doesn't bother me as much as it did last year when I had this time. It really bothered me, that yellow, I don't know why. It looks fine though. So I might just stitch it and get it done. This one also didn't get any love because it was not on my WIP Go. And mostly I just stitched on my WIP Go. So that kind of mapped out where I was every month. But I think, oh, this fabric, if you're wondering, is Presenting Lorelei Gilmore by Fiber on a Whim. It's a nice neutral. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. It was something about plans for this year. Sorry. Sunshine. Okay, this one is the next one on my list. It is Whip It Good. You have to say it like that, I'm sure. There's like a rule. It's really pretty though, huh? I did most of this in January. Let me show you what it's going to look like when it's done. You can see I'm about halfway. Here's what it looks like. So I've got this much to do still. It's about half. And it's by Heartstring Sampleries. So cute. The fabric is called King's Blue. That's another color in cotton. And I just love how the white looks on that. So pretty. Okay. So going back in time still, the next one on my list is Fall Flamingo, and he was a finish this year. I still need to back him with some felt, and I need to decide what to do with him. He would be a cute little ornament, but I kind of want to make him into a magnet so he can hang out on the refrigerator. Cute. I love the beaded legs. Aren't they fun? And then the WIP before that, I actually have 3 finishes in a row. Look at this. That's awesome. This is Mary Making Mini Flower Fun by Heart and Hand. It's just a little guy. Easy to finish, I guess, since it's so tiny. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that one either. This one I do know what I'm doing with. This is Winter Woods. Well, I call it Winter Woods because that's what it says, but it's really the 2021 Santa from Prairie Schooler. All his little critters. And I have a stand I'm going to put him on. I just need to finish it. I need time. time to do it. Maybe during winter break I'll find time. All right, so those 3 finishes, those were 2021 starts. And these, I have 2 more 2021 starts. So let's see, this is one of them. Abominable bundle. I can't even say it right. Abominable bundle. All those cute little Yetis. And I recently worked on this one and got some stitches in. Got the big guy started and the little guy's almost done. I may pull this one back out during like a snow day or something. Wouldn't that be fun to work on a snow day? The fabric is Succulent by Color and Cotton. It's beautiful. It's kind of a grayish taupe. I love it. Okay, my last 2021 start is Patriotic Shaker Box by the Scarlet House. Let me show you what that's gonna look like finished. This is such a pretty pattern. So I did the top of it, but I also would love to do this. So Patriotic Shaker Box set by Scarlet House. And here's what I have done. So quite a few of those flowers. Just have to get the one side of them done and then the flags. And that's really it. So not too much more to go on this one. The fabric is called, what is it? Harvest Moon? Yeah, that looks like Harvest Moon. It's just a light tan, but very pretty. Okay, so we're gonna go popping into my 2020 starts, and I did Stitch Mania in 2020, so I have quite a few started from 2020. The first one is Jane's Joy. Oh, let me show you what that looks like. I keep forgetting. There's a rhythm to this Flosstube thing. Okay, here's Jane's Joy. You can see it's huge, right? It's big. It's a big guy. Just trying to figure out how far I got. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, good. And I restarted this year. I had it on. It was a PCP fabric that was a little bit brighter, and the stitches were. It said 32 count, but it was really tight. So I think it might have been like a 34 or 36, and that could have just been from the dye process. But I changed it to a solid colored fabric, and I went to a 28 count, and it's much more substantial now, and I like it a lot better. It's easier to stitch on, and I actually want to stitch on it because it's kind of fun. So I think I'm missing 3 big, like see the colorful triangles at the top. I think I have 3 more on this side before I can put the little rosette in the corner. So almost all the way across the top, and then a couple of the squares in as well. So this was all progress during WIPCO early in this year. I don't know if it was January or February, but maybe I talked about it in my last video. So long ago. Oh, Jane's Joy is so fun though. I don't know why it's so fun to stitch. It's just like every little block is kind of like a mini finish, and it looks so cute all done. back to my whips. This next one, I feel like I just want to get this done. I love this one and it's really pretty and it's so easy to stitch, but I didn't work on it at all this year. I skipped it. It's called Dandy Dreams. That's what it's called. Isn't it pretty? And I love my fabric and I love the colors. I just need to finish it. Here's what I have done. And this got no love this year. Sad, sad. And for no reason. It was on my WIP Go board, but it probably came up in the summer. And I didn't stitch a lot in the summer. So, it's cute though. I'm hoping that this one will come up earlier in the year, so it has a little, well, I don't even know if I'm going to do WIP Go next year, truthfully. I may do something different. But I would like to get that done, because I don't think it would take long. This one is also from 2020. It's called Liberty Lane, and it also got no love this year, which is such a shame because I love the colors that I'm stitching it in. And I love this. It's just a row of houses, so it's cool. It's easy. But this is Country Cottage Needleworks, Liberty Lane. I started it in May of 2020, and I know I've worked on it since then. I worked on it last year, but not this year. Okay, here it is. This is how far I am. I feel like this fabric is gonna be see-through. So I have 2 of the houses filled in quite a bit, and about a quarter or maybe a third of my bunting done at the top. All my color choices I kind of just picked on my own. So they're darker than the original, but I love them. And the fabric is a Caramel Macchiato by Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Steph. So, very pretty. The one I started before that in 2020 was Where Liberty Dwells, and this was a finish this year when it came up for WIP Co. I was able to finish this one up here. Ah. When it came up for WIP Co, I was able to finish this one up. Try that again. Here we go. So Where Liberty Dwells, and this one's all finished. It's on a pretty blue fabric. I feel like this is a lakeside. It's one of my favorites. Baker Lake Blue. Is that what it's called? So pretty. And the colors on this are super cute. This one's by Hands On Design. And I used all of the called for, except I think I had to go darker on the blue so that it would pop a little more here and here. Okay, so the front motto is also a start from 2020. This one's by Beez. Isn't it cute? And here is mine. This one is on some color and cotton fabric. Oh, what did I write on here? Oh, okay. So I must have changed colors because I have a lot of little notes here about colors. So I must have changed them. And this is on Tutu by Color and Cotton. It was another fabric of the month. And I did change the design a little bit, but it was not my idea. It was, this was a hand-me-down pattern that I got from a retreat, and it was on there to put her arms like that. And I was like, yep, that's cute. I'm sticking with it. So adorable. Uh-oh, sorry. The cat and the dog are down here, and Archie had to go chase the cat for a minute. You know, normal dog and cat stuff. He was laying down so nicely a second ago. So this one is Indigo Lane. It's by Brenda Gervais by Needle and Thread. And I fell in love with this one in 2020. I saw somebody stitching it with all these Quaker flowers. They were just so pretty. And I love that this tree with the birds and the flowers is just so much bigger than the house. It looks so cool, right? I love it. So I bought this as a kit. What was it called? Like the Country Attic. It's another store. I have to look it up. But they sent it all kitted up. And this is summer khaki, 36 count. And I've stitched on this quite a bit this year. So I've got the grass done. The tree started. The fence and the house are done. Although my roof looks a little wonky, so I may kind of pick and choose to put some darker colors in there so it stands out from the house a little more. But those Quaker flowers did not disappoint. They're so cute and so fun to stitch. This one feels very luxurious to stitch on. I think because it's a 36 count. I don't know, it's just nice. It makes me feel fancy to stitch on it. And my last 2020 start is Crone on a Hill. This one's by Plum Street Samplers. This is what it looks like on the pattern cover. So there's a giant house, a hill, pumpkins, the crony lady, and some vultures. It's a pretty cool pattern. And here's where I'm at. So I have most of the hillside done. I mean, the hill is all stitched, the pumpkins are in, the vultures are in, the Quaker flowers and stars are in. The fence is all in. I just need to move on to finish the border and then the house. I feel like there's one more pumpkin that's missing too. So not much more to go on that though. I mean, the house is huge, so it'll take me a good chunk of time to get that done. But the crone here is pretty cool, isn't she? She's got, her face is 1/1, and that's pretty normal for Plum Street Samplers to do. She likes to do the design, like the details in 1/1. So I love how that looks. Oh, I lied. I said that was my last 2020 stitch or start, but it wasn't. I still have a bunch. I don't know why I thought it was the last one. Okay, up next, this is Winter ABCs. This is by Little House Needleworks. I like these. I have summer and autumn finished. So I have winter started and I just bought spring and I can finish all the seasons, which I was not planning to do with this series, but I love them. I like stitching all the letters. I'm down to K. This sadly didn't get any love this year either. So it looks exactly like it did last year at this time, but hopefully soon. Maybe this could be another snow day work idea. Although this year we're supposed to do code orange for snow day, which means the kids are working at home and I am working at home. So we'll see if I actually have any extra time on a snow day. It used to be kind of fun to have those. Let's see, next up is Hip Hop Chockful. This one's adorable. I love these little chockfuls because I'm a sucker for a good jar. I like them. I love jars. So of course I had to get the jar full of cute bunnies and carrots, right? This whole series was adorable. And I did do one other one. I think the daisies. I finished the daisies. I think that was the first one that came out. But this one's my second choice, the bunnies. I got quite a bit done on this last year. I think I had the blue and the bunny in, but I didn't have any of the words or the carrots finished. So quite a bit on that the last time I pulled it out. It's looking good. Okay, up next we have, what is this? Oh, Miss Bingley's Library. Isn't it cool? It's just such a neat design. I like the big house, but I love how she's just standing on top of it with a pile of books. Like, how cool is that? And I like the big floral display on top with the bird. And I like what it says on the bottom. So I would like to stitch more of this. Sadly though, this one was not worked on at all this year. It just, I don't know, it must have popped up in WIP Go at a bad time. We traveled a lot during the summer. I went to Seattle and I went to Hawaii. So I was gone for about a month and just missed out on some stitching. Can't complain though. Seattle and Hawaii were both really cool. Let's see what's next. It's hands-on design again. Oh, this is my my first year of celebrations. So I started the second one without finishing the first one. I'm so mad at myself for it, but whatever. I have March and April fully finished already. And then May and June are also done. I think I finished June this year. There's that though. And now I just have to decide, like, do I want to continue to do this series? Would I put more than one of these sets out in my house? I don't know. So I have to think on it. Like, what am I going to do with them? I have different finishes for them, so I totally could do them. I just don't know if I would ever actually put both of them out and display them. So I don't know. I'm going to think on it. I'm going to think on it for a little bit. The finish, no, it is a finish, I'm sorry. So this one is the next one on my list. It's Prairie Schooler's Hocus Pocus. And I finished this in October. I think it popped up in my WIP Go. And I just had, gosh, what was it? The last two squares here, or rectangles. So that is fully finished for the year. And it looks good, doesn't it? I think the fabric, shoot, it's by Picture of This Plus, but I don't have it in front of me. It's the lighter gray though. And I use it quite a bit. Stormy, is that it? Can't think of it. And the colors are all hand dyed threads because I wanted it to be a little darker and just a little different, you know? But it looks really cool, and I want to finish this one. So that, oops, I showed it to you with all this little puppy dog fur on it. But I think it would look really cool to display that during Halloween. So I'm hoping to finish that, and I have 3 Halloween pieces I would love to finish before Halloween next year. So that's my goal. Finish some of my finished items, to fully finish them. I might do a WIP go of just fully finished items. That might be something I could do. Before Hocus Pocus, I started Winter Circle. And this one is from 2019. So it's an oldie. 2019. The pattern is an oldie too. It's the Cricket collection. And you can see the little snowmen there. Their crazy little outfits. And I changed the design a little bit. I'm working with some sparkly thread, and I'm doing it on this mint fabric by Picture This Plus. It's like a mint, it's called mint, but it's a minty hand-dyed fabric. It's beautiful. As far as the colors go, I didn't change anything in these snowmen. I didn't mind the colors, they're fine. And I haven't put any back stitching in or anything, but I got 2 done. So continue on with that. This one is also from 2019. This is Pretty Little London by Satsuma Street. And I started this after we visited London. We got to go there on vacation. And I wanted to have something to kind of commemorate my trip. So here's where I am on Pretty Little London. Last year, I think I had this part of the bottom done and just part of this. So I was able to finish the eye and these 2 tall towers this year. This is a fun one to stitch too, just because of the big blocks of color. It goes by really fast and it's just fun. So can't wait to see how far I get on that this year. Okay, this one is from 2017. This is probably one of my oldest WIPs. I have one that's older. This is Cross Stitch Nation by Heartstring Samplery. I love this, it's so cute. I don't know why I don't stitch on this more. I'm making it really tiny. It's 1/1 on this, gosh, I don't know what this cloth is, but it looks like maybe, I don't know what it is. It was a hand-dyed thing that we found, like my friend found it somewhere, like at the thrift shop maybe, and we decided to dye it and use it to stitch on. We both stitched the same pattern on it, so it was kind of fun. I just never finished it. But I did make progress this year. Finished my guy here and started the next one, so at least there's progress. I think I forced myself to stitch on that one if I remember right, but hey. I got some done. This one's an oldie too. This one was started in 2017. Another oldie. This is Quakers and Quilts. It is a really pretty design. And here's what mine looks like. It's on Mellow by Picture This Plus, 32 count. And well, let's see, can I get it all in? I finally finished the last of the alphabet on this side and started going down from there. So I think, let me see, I'm gonna drape it. I think all of this is new this year. So I was glad to get a big chunk of it done. This one is nice to stitch on. Although I don't grab for it often, it's not one that I like. You know, there's some things you just feel like stitching on. This isn't one of those. So I kind of have to force myself a little bit to stitch on it. But every time I do, I like it. I just need to make some time for it. Okay, I think I only have a couple left here. Okay, next, this one was a finish in October. I just finished this not too long ago. Thanks again to WIP Go. And here it is. It's the Autumn Sampler. This is by Cottage Needleworks. And I have spring and winter done of this too, so I may start summer next, just to have all of them, right? And I had all of the words done and a little bit of the grass when I started it this year. So I finished everything from the grass up. So some good stitching. It's so pretty. The other ones finish into a frame that they're Velcroed in, so I can just pop them out and put the new one in every month. This one I don't have a cover page for, but it's called Winter Glow. And it's a Mill Hill kit. And it's almost entirely, like fully, it's almost a full coverage. That's what I'm trying to say. The only thing that's not stitched are where the beads go. And you can kind of see how sporadic they are up there. It's the same down here. So it's got a little village down here, and then this is like the night sky. And it's really pretty. But I've got a good chunk of the night sky done. So continue on with that this year. Well, technically next year. Okay. Two more. These are my biggest ones I think I have. This one was from 2018. Here's what it looks like. It's called Prairie Life Sampler, and this is another one by Heartstring Samplery. This one's on Vintage Country Mocha. It's a 32 count. And let's see, I can't see what I'm doing. This year I finished all of the trees on this side and the bear. Like all of that's new. And then I did some border as well. So I got a lot of that done. And let me show you what that will look like when it's finished. Oops, sorry, forgot to grab my cover sheet for it. Here it is. So I have quite a bit to go still on this one. But that's okay. It's fun to stitch. I love me some Little House on the Prairie. Spent my childhood watching that. Oh, this one was hiding underneath. Oh, this one's sad too. I did not work on this at all this year, and I'm super sad about it. I was supposed to finish this. It's the coffee shop. That was my goal, and I did not make it. So this is part of the Main Street collection, I guess, by Cottage Needleworks. And I have a bunch more to add to it. I have this one. This is the bookstore. And I have the grocery. And I have the flower shop. And I have a plan to stitch them all together. So it's a nice, like, long street scene. But sadly, sadly, it's only a post office and half of a coffee shop. So I have quite a bit to go on this one. This one's cute to stitch too, only because the colors are so fun. I love that peachy orange with the green. I like it a lot. I'm not sure why this, again, I assume it was just the timing of the WIP go, because I would have stitched on that if it came up, and I probably would have finished it. But last on my list is my biggest WIP. My favorite WIP, my oldest WIP. This one I started in January of 2017. It's like a new year, new start. And it's the Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles. And I did get quite a bit done this year. So I'm happy with my progress, but boy, I really am thinking about just powering through it to get it done and see what it looks like. Because I'm itching to get this done. So I'll show you how far I am. And like I said, this was started in 2017, so it's definitely a work in progress. Let me share half and half with you, okay? So here's the bottom half. You can see I started on the bottom in the blues, and then I worked my way up through purples and burgundies. And then this year, let me flip it. Oh, then I worked in the pinks and reds. And this year I went into the oranges and yellows as well. So what I did this year, I think everything from here up is what I did. So any of this red and orange and yellow. Oop, sorry, it's huge. It's on a full yard of fabric. But isn't it so satisfying to see the top? Here, let me stand up for a minute and I'll show you. Okay. Okay. So let me move the chair. So here's the whole thing. It's so pretty all together. But I have lots more work to do. Oh, I'm hoping to finish this in 2023. So that's my goal. But just hoping I have time. I feel like I have a lot of goals this next year coming up, and I don't know how I'm going to achieve them. So this is like a focus piece. I need to get it done because it's been a long time. I've had it since 2017. So I would like to finish it, and I already have a place in my house for it. So I'd like to display it. And I kind of want to whip down a little bit. I feel like I have quite a few whips. I didn't finish as much as I wanted to this year. So my thought process for at least the beginning of the year is just maybe focus on some of those things that are close to being finished, so that after, when it does get busy in the spring, then if I have like whip go things I could do in spring and summer, maybe I can just have 1 or 2 whips to focus on a month. I'm thinking that would be easier. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I definitely do want to whip down and get some of these older things done while still making progress on everything. Does that make sense? Do we all have the same problem? It's hard to pick what you want to work on, right? And I also love the freedom of just working on whatever I want too. So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of ponder that within the next couple of days. I took pictures of everything before I made the video so I can update my planner and hopefully figure out exactly what I want to do with some of these projects. I do like the idea of having a finished, like a FFO, fully finished object WIP go instead of a regular WIP go. That might be good for me because I do probably have enough finished stitches that need to be turned into fully finished objects. I bet you I have enough to fill up a WIP go board, which is crazy. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have an FFO WIP go and then choose a project every month to focus on. That may be what I do. I don't know if I'm going to do any of the other stitch alongs this year. I haven't seen, have anyone, I don't think that usually I follow along with like Frosted Pumpkin and the companies that do the yearly stitches, but I don't think I've seen any ideas about those yet. So maybe I'll have to look into them, but I don't think I'm going to plan to do any of those. I'm just going to kind of focus on what I already have. Big Red Chip is going to be a big one because, like I said, I want to get that done. So anyway, do you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to just keep you posted on my plans. So I'll try to come back soon with a video that kind of makes a little more sense about what I'm going to do next year. I will be stitching. I love that. So it's a definite. And I'm probably going to be starting a few things because I have like 10 things kitted up and ready. I don't feel guilty for starting new things, but I just know that there's things I haven't touched in a year. So until I can catch up on that, maybe a new start will be my reward for stitching on all of the things I didn't stitch on this year. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed my WIP Parade. Now I gotta clean up all this mess, it's huge. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and I'll chat with you guys later, bye.